told you guys last week that I was going to take a break from making my Wreck This Journal videos until I got the rest of the stuff that I needed for some of the pages in here. Because I wanted to get those pages finished up. So I did get some of the things that I needed for some of the pages in here, and I haven't got every single page completed yet, but I have got the ones that I wanted, like the main ones that I wanted to get finished, I got finished. Let's get started. So one of the very first things that I wanted to show you guys this week is I had to tape my journal back together because it was literally falling apart. I literally had to take Scotch tape, and everywhere where the journal was ripping at the seams, I had to tape those areas to make sure that my book would not completely fall apart on me, because if it did, then I don't know what I would do. And I don't know how good of a job that I did, but I tried. I just needed to tape it so it wouldn't rip completely in half, and then I wouldn't have a full journal anymore. But yeah, now it just has like a Scotch tape covered seam in the back. Like on the main pages that it was ripping at the seams, I had to tape. So this page is also taped right at the seam because it was ripping there. Also right here it was ripping. So you can kind of see it up at the top. But I had to tape my journal back together because it was so wrecked that it was starting to fall apart on me. And I didn't want it to fall completely in half to where I could not pick it up and do things with it anymore. So this next page is the write a list of more ways to wreck this journal page. And like I said, I really wanted to finish these pages in here so I could go ahead and make the flip through video for you guys. So I just added 3 more ways to wreck this journal and finished it off. And my 3 ways were: leave the book outside overnight, burn the edges of a page, and run over it with your car. And how I found these ways was I was Googling other people's list of ways to wreck their journal, and I got some really cool ideas from those. I was actually kind of disappointed, like after I read through them, like at the fact that I didn't get as creative with mine as what I could have. That's what the next Wreck This Journal is for. But I just did what I could. And I did leave my book outside overnight. I hid it. I made a little hiding place for it just in case anything were to come up on our porch of the nighttime, because I did keep it outside overnight. So it did spend a night outside. And then the burn the edges of a page, I did. And I actually had to tear this page out to do this because I have some flammable things in here, like nail polish and perfume, and I don't want to make myself explode. I actually wasn't thinking of that whenever I put that in here. Like, I was just going to go ahead and do it while it was still in my book, not really thinking. And I told my mom about it, which thankfully I did, and she was like, shouldn't you take it out of the journal first, because you do have some flammable things in there? And I was like, you're right. So I had to tear the page out of the book to burn the edges, but as you can see, I went all along the page, and you can see like the little burnt marks up at the top. And on the back, this is what it looks like. I would actually like to try this way again in my next Wreck This Journal with a different page and make it like a fire inspired page, because I think that will be really cool. But yeah, I love the way that it looks, and all I did was tape that back in here once I was finished. I let it cool down first, and then I taped it back in here. The next thing was run it over with your car. And I've actually been thinking of this way for a really long time now, but I've been like really scared to do it because I figured, you know what, I've already done like a pile of crap with this thing, and it's time. I have to do it. So I found a page that was the Crack the Spine page. I set my journal out in the driveway, and I just had my dad run over top of it with his tire. He did it lightly and slowly, but this page was ran over with a car. Up close you can see like the tire marks and like the dirt, and the page feels dirty. from where it was ran over with a car. But this page was ran over with a car. I did film that, so you guys will be seeing that in a video very, very soon. This page is finally complete. So the next page that I did was the Draw with Glue page. To be honest, the only thing that I could think of was Tinkerbell and like using glitter glue as pixie dust. So I went to Walmart and I picked up some glitter glue and I drew Tinkerbell on one side. And then with my glitter glue, on the other side I wrote a quote from Peter Pan, and it says, "All it takes is faith and trust and a little bit of pixie dust." And then I just went crazy with the glitter glue like all around, trying to make it look like it was coming out of Tinkerbell's wand and like it was pixie dust. So this is what it looks like. And this is my Tinkerbell. I'm very proud of my Tinkerbell. I love the way that she looks. I made her a little bootylicious, but that's okay. But I'm very proud of her. I love the way that she turned out. I really wasn't expecting her to look like this. And I just made the glitter glue coming out of her wand and just all around her. And my glitter glue was pink glitter glue, even though you can't really tell because I colored the page all pink. And then over here was my quote side, which you can't really see. That quote, "I love Peter Pan." It was always one of my favorite Disney movies as a kid, and Tinkerbell was always my favorite character, so I had to incorporate them into my Wreck This journal. The collars from my hand on this side sort of leaked through when the glue was wet to this side. So you can kind of see the collars from the other page on this side, but that doesn't really bother me. I think it looks kind of cool. And the same thing happened over here, like with the ink. Overall, I'm very proud of this page, and I love the way that it looks. I love Tinkerbell, and I love this so much. So glad I finally got that page finished, because I've been staring at it for a while, like trying to figure out what I was going to do with it. Whenever the glue seeped through the page, these ran on to the Tinkerbell page, and then it kind of got on this side too. Then it kind of seeped through to that side of that page, which was the Collect Your Pocket Lint page. So you can kind of see some of the collars bled through, but like I said, I don't really care because it just shows that my journal was wrecked and that I did what I was supposed to do with it. Okay, this next page was the Glue Random Items Here page. And I just added one more thing to this page. My mom found a marble at her work, and I thought it looked really cool, and she gave it to me. So I was like, you know what I'm going to do with this thing? I'm going to put it into my Wreck This journal. So I just taped this very pretty blue marble that my mother found into my Wreck This journal. So this was a found item. The rest of these were just random stuff that I had laying around my house in my room. But this was actually found. So I thought that that was kind of cool. That I actually had a found item. I love the way that marbles look. Like once they get in the sunlight, they look so pretty. Especially blue ones. Blue is like one of my favorite colors, if you guys couldn't tell. Yep. Just one more thing added to this page. I think that this page is complete. I don't think I'm going to fit anything else onto this page, so I think that it's done. So this next page was the Make Prints Using an Ink Pad and Cut Vegetables page. This was like one of the pages, I'm going to be honest, I felt less excited to do. Everybody's looks the same pretty much, like there's no way that you can really make it different, like every pages that I've just been sitting there staring at. I finally did this page. I will admit that I had a lot more fun with it than I thought that I was going to. On this side I have a bell pepper. And I got a different colored stamp pad, so it had like different colors in it. And I used the same pepper, and I just stuck it down in each color on the ink pad, and then just pressed it all over this page in all of the different colors. And then up at the top, I just documented that that was with the bell pepper. And then on this side, I used an onion, and I didn't get as good as an effect as I did on this side with the bell pepper. But I did the best that I could, and I tried, but you can kind of tell that it wasn't really turning out as good as what this side did. But that's okay, you can still tell that it was an onion if you look at it really good. Look, it's got some of the onion details to it. I just did the same thing on this side with the onion, and then just documented up at the top that that was with an onion. This page still smells like an onion and a bell pepper. Like, it was like straight up, like you could smell it whenever I cut them in half, like they were really strong. And so this page still kind of smells like an onion and a bell pepper. But that's okay, I kind of like the smell of them. Yeah, this page is finally completed and it looks pretty cool. Alright, so I told you guys last time that I was going to buy an assortment pack of stamps for the collect the stamps off of all of your mail page. And it still isn't all the way completed, but I did make a ton of progress on it this past week because I did go and get a sheet of stamps to fill this page with, and my mom also gave me a few stamps off of some of her mail. Yeah, it's halfway done. It's not all the way completed yet, but it's getting there. So all of these stamps right here are the stamps that I bought, and they're all the same, but I figured they still counted because they're all stamps. I just have a crap ton of the same stamps in here. And then this, and this, I think, and also one of these came off some of my mom's mail, and she just gave them to me to put in here. Those are what those look like. And then this came off of something that my dad ordered offline from the UK. And it's just a giant, like, really cool looking stamp that I was like, oh my god, I have to have that and put that into my breakfast journal. So I just taped it in here. But it came from the UK and I thought that that was pretty cool. There's my giant UK stamp that came from my dad's mail. But yeah, this was all the progress that I made on this page this past week. I still have a few more little areas to go before it will be completed, but it is a lot more covered up than what it was. I would like to find like assortment of different stamps like on a sheet, so they're not all going to be the same. So this next page was the use this as a test page for pens, paints, markers, or art supplies. And basically, whenever I was working on my Tinkerbell page and when I was just going through my breakfast journal to try and figure out which pages I needed to do, I was just testing out all of my markers and crayons and everything like that just to see how well they worked. So I just have a few more little areas on here that were new from this past week. Like these ones up here at the top, and this right here, and I'm pretty sure this, and this, and this, and that too, and that, and then right here, and then right here, and then right here. All of those were from this past week whenever I was going through. I did what I was supposed to do, and I tested some of my supplies out on that page. This next page was the Collect Fruit Stickers Here page. Or actually, she had a whole watermelon, and she cut it in half and gave me half of it. And luckily, I got the half that had the watermelon sticker on it. And I was like, you know what? This watermelon sticker is going into my breakfast journal. So, I just got a sticker off of a watermelon and put it onto this page. So again, I would have some different stickers aside from all of these banana stickers over here. Something that was different, but still fruit. I love watermelon. Watermelon is like one of my favorite fruits. I had to have a watermelon sticker in here. But this page isn't fully completely finished yet. It's getting there. Next page was the Press Leaves and Other Found Things Here page. And all I did was add 2 more little flowers into this page. And this time I didn't tape them because I didn't have enough room. I actually did what you were supposed to do. And I just stuck them into this page, closed the book, and let them sit there for a few days. And now they're really like pressed flowers. But they were these really pretty daisies that were on the side of my hill. Pick them up and show you guys what they look like because I didn't take them down. I just literally put them into the crease of this page. This is what it looks like. Pretty much. Literally did what you were supposed to do this time and just let them be pressed down by the weight of the book. This is what the other one looks like. But I kind of liked the way that they looked, kind of like sticking out of the top of my journal. So I just kind of left it like that, and it was prettier whenever the daisy was still a daisy. I like the fact that I actually did what you were supposed to do with this one, with these ones, so. And plus those daisies were really pretty. I could not include them in here. That's what those look like. You can't really see them. I just kind of let them hang in there and just kind of stick out of the top. And then this next page was the compost this page and watch it deteriorate page. And all I wanted to do was show you guys what the pieces of my page that I put inside the baggie that had dirt and rocks and grass and like a few other things from outside inside of it, what the pieces of this page look like from sitting in there for a while. And they've just gotten dirty, really, really dirty and gross. And the grass has also like died out, so it's like brown now. And I'm also thinking that there's a tiny little hole into this baggie because some of the dirt is coming out onto the actual page, but that's okay because that's the whole point of this book, and that's what you're really supposed to do with it, is wreck it. Yeah, but I just thought it was cool because and it did my reasoning of why I put that in here like that. And the very last thing that I wanted to show you guys was I put sticky notes into my journal. On the sticky notes, I just put stars and like circles around the stars. So this is what those look like. Those are just to tell me that these are like full pages that I still need to complete. And then the other sticky notes that I put in here were for all of the pages that are progress pages, pages that I still need to work on that aren't fully completed yet, but just put a star and a smiley face. So I would just be able to tell the difference between my progress pages and the pages that I have to like full on work on. I just did that so then I would know what all pages I have left to do in here, so I can hurry up and finish this doggone thing so I can make a flip through video for you guys because I'm really excited about that video. That was all of the progress that I made on my Wreck This Journal this past week, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. And yeah, there should just be like a few more episodes of this to go, and then I will be starting on my next Wreck This Journal, so I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.